Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Cyber Studies Home Lab series. Today, we're diving into our first and second mashup videos, set to the beats of dark electro breaks. Let's explore what we've been up to in these installments. Lab setup. In the first video, we focus on Server 1, DC Tourette. We kick off with an important reminder to enable VTD in BIOS for optimal performance. VTD stands for Intel Virtualization Technology for Directed Input-Output. This technology is designed to improve the efficiency and security of virtualization by providing hardware assistance for virtual machine management. VTD allows virtual machines to directly access input-output devices such as network adapters or storage controllers while maintaining isolation and security between virtual machines and the host system. This capability enhances performance and reduces overhead in virtualized environments. Our hardware includes the Intel Core i7-4770K processor, which we will upgrade at some point due to its enhanced capabilities, especially in handling hyper-threading tasks. Despite this, our current Type 1 hypervisor runs on the soon-to-be deprecated i5 4th generation processor. Exploring ESXi host. Around 1 minute and 30 seconds into our first video, we delve into the ESXi host client interface, getting a glimpse of our virtual environment. We will discuss plans for the upcoming integration of vCenter Server Appliance, which will further streamline our management. I love saying VCSA, or the vCenter Server Appliance. Students practice saying VCSA because the virtualization course is very vCentric. VMware Now, owned by Broadcom, is here to stay. Remember, you'll need a proper Broadcom NIC for bare metal setups. Hands-on with Kali Linux and NetDiscover. In the video, we use Kali Linux and the NetDiscover tool for address resolution protocol. We define a range, TAC-R or -R, and the network ID to check if the host is up after a computer restart. Security and authentication. Throughout the video, you might hear a distinctive wolf sound. Well, it's a sample from the producer Code Rising, adding a atmospheric touch. We'll touch upon Kerberos authentication, which is a crucial aspect of our lab security framework. So, next, lab progress and concepts. We use flowcharts and concepts related to these three servers, emphasizing the importance of staying focused and diligent in our studies. So, the wrap up and preview of Mashup Mix number 2. Wrapping up our exploration of DC Tourette, we preview what's next in Mashup Mix 2. We showcase a portfolio created during our server install config course, setting the stage for our upcoming ventures into securing Windows Server. We also configured our organizational units by following the flowcharts and diagrams created by Microsoft Visio and set the stage for replication of the OUs after creating trust between DC Tourette and DM Keel. So I'd like to conclude I'd like to break down the server's name and the theme. Remember, it's Orchid theme. This is the theme's going to follow me throughout my whole cybersecurity journey, which is approximately 1 year long, and then the bachelor's. Anyways, the theme's orchids. So let's break down the server names and how they relate to orchids. Well, the names of the servers are types of leaves. DC Tourette, domain controller Tourette. A Tourette leaf is round and tight. There it is. You see, full Tourette. Round and tight. Think tight, like it's the primary domain controller in this project. We can think tight, like hard to get in. Then we have DM Keel, domain member Keel, DM Keel. Well, open a leaf, a Keel type leaf opens a little like a V. Okay, it has the roles Active Directory, Domain Services, and DACP. So we're adding the role DACP, okay, Dynamic Host Control Protocol. It's another role. So we're opening up the V a little bit, okay? Now, the third server is DM Strap Leaf. So I have a lot of strapped leaf vandas because I collect orchids. Okay, think of strap. It's open leaf, strap, leaf. It's open, okay? So that would be perfect. Like I'm opening the doors. Hey, this is the file server resource manager. So DM strap, domain member strapped, okay? So right now we have a client machine. The name is O Society, like Orchid Society, okay? It's kind of like a play on words. Think F Society, like in Mr. Robot. Anyways, stay tuned for malware analysis and compiling simple C code into an application and adding the remote static malware analysis host into the project due to the ever-changing field known as cybersecurity. So off script, okay, the past weekend I implemented another host. We're going to implement another host client. This server is going to continually, or this lab is going to continually to grow. And right now, static malware analysis is hot, same as dynamic malware analysis. So I had the virtual machines installed on this beast right here, but I'm like, you know what? I could segment these hosts. I know how to do VLAN, inter VLAN routing, VLAN, accrete VLANs. Why not segment this? And what we're gonna do, we got more RAM modules. We're gonna boost one of the host machine, one of the client machines. We're gonna boost it up with more RAM, 128 gigs of RAM. What we'll do is we'll have a Type 2 hypervisor on it, and there's some pretty cool features of running a Type 2 hypervisor on a remote machine, remote being the lab out here, because I can log into the Type, so I can fire up the virtual machine, I can remote into it, and then you have the option to actually you have the option to, I'll still be able to use two screens because the Type 2 hypervisor allows that. But I also must bear in mind that if you noticed a lot of these a lot of the static malware analysis and dynamic malware analysis videos that are out there, they're all on VirtualBox, and there is a reason for that. Okay, um, I haven't fact checked this, but I do know through my course curriculum that um, I was prompted with the fact that VMware doesn't quite virtualize the CPU. Now, don't quote me on that, okay? But I do see a lot of malware analysis videos, and it's all VirtualBox, okay? So this is something I will fact check and I will come back to. But if you're going to be studying malware, I think my CPU needs to be protected. And that's probably why you're going to see a lot of, just about 90% of static and dynamic malware analysis using Remnux and Flare is installed on VirtualBox. So don't quote me on that, but what you can quote me on is all the tons of video that are out there based on VirtualBox and the installation of Remnux and Flare on VirtualBox. I'm a VMware guy. I've been using VMware since 2014, but this is malware. So I learned the skills how to segment a network. I got the hardware. I'm doing the hands-on IT work. I'm configuring the VLANs. I'm configuring the routing. So let's keep the malware over there. What we'll do is we'll remote into the type 2 hypervisor, which will have our virtual machines that are running the malware analysis tools. And that's all. Thank you.